Hey, welcome back to Northman Reviews. I'm John. We're looking at Astonishing X-Men. This is number 5, done by Joss Whedon, John Cassady. Great writer, great artist. Okay cover. It's a big fucking metal fist coming at your face. BAM! So, last issue, we saw that Colossus is back. He was long thought dead. Then they went to investigate this. The X-Men went to investigate this woman who had a cure for being a mutant, and they were experimenting on a dead body that they were suspecting it might be Jean Grey, but then we found out it was Colossus. We still don't know how he came back. While we're looking at this Fist of Wolverine here reminded me of this Wolverine number 75 that I just did a review on or took a look at. Kind of similar. Right? I wonder if that was intentional at all. So, the X-Men were getting kind of their asses handed to them too a little bit. So, Cyclops is having some kind of he's like, X-Men sound off, Iceman sounding off, Fireman sounding off, Clothing Man sounding off, Ability to Hot Man. And he's having some weird delusions or weird fucking nightmares. And then he sees fucking Jean there as Phoenix, Dark Phoenix. Stop faking it, Scott. I did. Then he has this fucking weird costume. It's like a culmination of everything. He's got a little tutu. Are they making fun of Rob Liefeld here with all the pouches? But then he gets slapped upside the face by Emma Frost in her diamond form. Like, wake the fuck up, Scott! And they were fighting these guys, and I guess they were fucking them up. And they're like, yeah, well, she tells them he needs medical attention now. And they're like, yeah, who cares? We don't care. So back at the mansion, the students were attacked by the main bad guy, Ord. And he took this one kid up into the sky, this kid took him up into the sky because he could fly, but then Ord injected him with the cure, so he lost his powers and he fell. This girl, she can make some kind of weird, psionic exoskeleton or an armor, and it kind of hurt him, but she saved his life by catching him. There's the Cuckoos, they're telepathic, triplets. There was 5 of them. A couple of them got killed somehow. But they're students of Miss Frost. They're trying to contact her, but it's not working. Something about Mr. Summers. She's horribly in love with him. It's kind of funny. This kid wakes up. He's hurt, but his powers, he's cured. So here's Kitty. She found Colossus. They went into this kind of alien structure below ground. And she says, I'm going to need a minute here. I need rest before I can get through this metal. It's kind of a weird alien metal that she's not used to. And Colossus is like, you look different. She's like, well, yeah, I am. It's been years, stupid. Has it been very long? She says, if you're a clone or a robot or a ghost or an alternate universe thing, I can deal with that. But if you're some shapeshifter or illusionist who's just watching me twist, I will kill you right now so bad. So she's like, prove it. Say something that I, show me something that I can't, deny. And she's like, you fucking died. Peter died, and I know this because I carried his ashes to Russia and scattered them myself. I remember that issue. And he says, you did? And he kind of thinks about it. He says, thank you. That means a lot to him. So he's just saying, they switched my body with someone else, I think. Revived me and brought me here. I don't know whose ashes. He says, I'm not a trick. And she says, I know. Somehow she just knows. And he's like, I know, I'm also not a ghost. And she says, do you know any other way up besides me phasing through. He's like, no. He says, I only know the room. Always dark, inside, cold. They kept me strong, healthy. I pounded the walls every day, every minute for years. He's like, was it years? Really good art by John Cassady here. These faces. He has a realistic style. Different from Brian Hitch, to be sure, but they're kind of similar in that they're not very cartoony or comic booky and are more realistic in their approach. And he remembers Ord, the guy with the fucking most boring name in the world. He brought him back. And he talks about the legacy virus. She's like, yeah, it's gone. You saved us. You did it. So it goes back up, and there's a lady who like made the cure, and she sees the aftermath of this fight. And Emma's like, I need to get him home. We have a healer. We need to take care of him. So she says, I have no intentions of hurting you. But she's like, yeah, but you got a scrambler device in your ear. I don't know what you intend. I can't read your mind. She asks about McCoy. Is he okay? She's like, yeah, he has a disease. It's an inexplicably adverse reaction of being shot at. She's like, I didn't authorize this. I don't want anyone hurt. That's the point. And she's like, yes, you have very noble intentions. You're a veritable Oppenheimer. What's next? Eliminating the gay gene. So she's talking about how, being gay doesn't represent a threat to human existence. There's an argument to be made there. She keeps saying the world needs a cure. Nothing you can do or say is going to change the fact. Oh, but fucking Beast is pissed. He wakes up and he gets her by the throat, and these guys are like, put her down. And he drags her over here, and he talks about this girl that they were experimenting on. It's like, did this girl need your cure? Did she need it? She says, the girl was dead. She killed herself. And he's like, who else? I need to know. Who have you been cutting up? She's like, I don't know what you mean. So they're arguing here, and then like Cyclops is waking up, and they're talking telepathically. And he says, it's very sweet what you're trying to do for me, but patch me into the others. So while these two are still debating, they link with Wolverine. He's like, yeah, I'm healed up enough. I'm just waiting on you slowpokes. He's like, cool. Well, let's show these fuckers who they're dealing with. Cyclops shikaos them out of the fucking way. Beast tumbles over her. I don't quite know what's going on there. Wolverine attacks, does the best, because he is the best to do, the fucking line. Can't remember. And then Emma's giving Wolverine assignments, and she's basically telling him to take out the left ear, like whatever contraption's on their left ear. The scramblers are deactivated, so now she can use her mental powers, and she makes them stop. She tells them, you'll feel no pain, go straight to a hospital, remember nothing of this place. And every time you hear the words parsley, intractable, or longitude, you will vomit uncontrollably for 48 hours. That's fucking nuts. And it's like, nice work, X-Men, Cyclops said with a little grin. It's like, my girlfriend, it's very weird. Yeah, I'll fucking say. So, more arguing. And someone kicks this guy on the floor. I don't quite understand what's happening there. Must be Wolverine. He wants to burn the place to the ground. Yeah. First off, Scott and I give the orders, Logan. Second, good plan. Says, it won't have, I've got samples all over the world. Hope can't be crushing out now, not even by you. And Wolverine smiles. He's like, nice bluff, but I call. And then Ord comes out of nowhere. Boom. And he's like, to think, I went looking for you, and they just came to him. And he says, Miss Frost, there's no substance on Earth this blade cannot cut through, even though she's in her diamond form. She's like, good to know. So she puts the doctor in front of her as a human shield. That's funny. Throws her at him. Aside, woman. And he's like, plan? And Wolverine's like, yeah, the man's got eyeballs. And if he's the man by definition, that's not the only thought. So she's always also going to tell him to go for his balls, I guess. And then they all have this like look of shock on their face, and he's like too scared for stratagems, X-Men. But oh shit, it's Colossus coming up from the fucking basement with Kitty. Maybe it's time we finish this. Wolverine's like, okay, why don't we do that? What are y'all looking at? Is that dragon thing behind me? Because Lockheed fucked him up last time they met. Colossus, man, boom from the back. Not lots in ways of background. You get it here. Don't need it here. That color change is kind of okay, I guess. And he starts attacking back, but Colossus is fucking metal. He's enraged. He says, it doesn't matter. You've escaped. You're made of mere steel. You think you can stand against me? He's like, I am not made of steel. And he grabs onto his hands there. Rage. I am made of rage, he says as he grabs onto him. Basically does what Hulk did to Loki in that Avengers movie. Just boom, 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 pounds on him. And Wolverine's like, nice, finish it, Pete. And then somebody off to the side says, sorry, you ain't gonna win this day. And there's Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. And what is going on? Why are they here? I mean, Cyclops had a conversation with Fury, and Cyclops wasn't sure if Fury could be trusted. So here they are suddenly. He says, you ain't gonna win this day. And that's the end of the issue. Next issue is the conclusion of this 6-issue storyline. I wanted to get some of this title, out of the way so we can see where the state of the X-Men are. Whedon and Cassady, they went for like 25 issues. Maybe we'll get to all of them, but this was a pretty strong opening so far. After we get done with this, we're going to do Age of Apocalypse. After that, we'll probably get into some House of M stuff, because that's where like the Avengers and this team of Astonishing X-Men kind of meet up. So, good stuff. It's quick read, fun moments, good art, compelling storyline. You're happy to see Colossus back, and it's nice that he's part of this team. There's only 5 of them: Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, White Queen, and Kitty. Colossus is a good 6th addition. More power to the team, more like fighters. And it kind of like just balances like the personalities and the powers types a little bit better. So glad that he's back. Colossus was always one of my favorites. All right. Thanks for watching. More X-Men shit, because that's what I got. And that's what I'm going to keep looking at. And, I'm going to look at some other stuff. I got DC and whatever. But I like X-Men, so sue me. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.